thank you all for all of those and all those hardcore fans out there that stuck by. We are doing the conference call part two. We're really getting us in. Morgan Fur had a special guest he wanted to bring on.
We're going to show y'all how we really do it on the fly. So, hold up, I'm going to give you a good example.
We're really gonna show you how we do it on the fly. I was gonna surprise our very first guest, Miss Poison Evie. Um, I had to step out for a second. I couldn't be in three different parts of the house at the same time. But this is how we really do it on the fly. I'm gonna light my cigar. I don't give a fuck.
I wish I had a cigar. Shit.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna send you a cigar and a phone.
Sorry.
I'm gonna send you a pack of this and a phone, so you can have better reception out there where you at. You know what I'm saying? Because it's my brother, and I love him, and I want him to be alright. I want him to do well. I want to be able to contact him, and let him know, so he can let me know that he's doing okay. And that's how we get down, man. We're spreading spiritual love, man.
Hello. Hi, Mysticalcarter. How are you? Carter, you on there?
I'm on here.
I can hear him. Okay. So this is how we really do it on the fly. I just call Ruru, if that's what I call him, and I don't know, where you at, Ruru? I'm in Chicago, Illinois. Okay, where exactly are you at specifically? In your bedroom or what? No, I'm in a friend's living room right now.
Okay.
Okay, you're not in your drawers? No, I'm not in my drawers. Okay, because you know how in your drawers is a natural witch. So that's how we do.
What?
So,
he probably laughing his ass off like he really asked why I was in my drawers.
Okay, so this is the conference call, y'all, and I brought on Ruru, my special guest. Today we invited him. He was going to do all of it, but he didn't even know when I was going to call, how I was going to call, and when, and what we was going to talk about. So, this is how really on the fly we do it. Am I right about that, Ruru? Go ahead.
Alright, now let me make him a little bit more comfortable. What would you like to be called during this call?
Hey, that's what I go by.
You go by Ruru?
I go by Ru.
Okay, that's fine. I'll call you Ru then. Now, Ru, just to make you feel alright, just in case you was in your drawers, I'm in my sleep pants. So, I mean, that's how we get down. I'm drinking a beer and I'm smoking a cigar. I don't care who knows. I'm a grown-ass man. That's how we get down.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
As long as you're comfortable and everything, we can go ahead and get this rolling. Now, let me introduce myself. I'm the Mysticalcarter. I don't know if you've seen my videos, if you even heard of me.
I have.
Oh, you have?
I have.
Wow.
Your videos and heard about you and your work through John. The Morgan Spire. The Morgan Spire.
Awesome. That's really awesome. So you know that when I make a spiritual connection with my fellow brothers and sisters, those who are willing, that I actually keep in contact with them just to see how they're doing. Did he tell you that?
Yes, I kind of figured that one out a while ago.
Okay, so if I call you just out the blue and you might be coming home from school or church or something, I just ask you how you doing, how the family, how the kids and stuff, it won't seem too out of ordinary.
No, that's perfectly fine. I'm a firm believer that things happen for a reason.
Okay.
Oh, yes, that's what we are all about. YouTube, understand that. That's what we're all about. He made the perfect statement. We are about being true, connected, and networking with these fellow spiritualists and spirit workers and people who are willing to be real with it. I want y'all to understand that.
I'm glad both of y'all made that statement because, I mean, the Morgan Fire knows, for all of y'all that did watch my videos, y'all know every time I saw my video, I gave shout out from the East Coast, deuces up, deuces down, VA, Virginia in the house. Right now I'm in the Midwest. I told the Morgan Fire I was gonna make a journey to come see him in person, and a few things happened with the automobile, so I had to hit up a few other spiritual brothers out here in the Midwest.
And who TV is that? I didn't turn that shit down. Sorry. Jeez. But that would be me. Okay. For a minute.
N- Now see, that's how live we are, 'cause everybody's still watching the highlights and Monday Night Football and
Yeah.
Simpsons and Friends and all that stuff. Like we don't put on our makeup, we don't change our drawers and all that stuff just for the video.
Exactly. We don't have to put on brand new socks just to walk outside.
That's right. We do this on the fly for real.
Exactly. Now, Ruth, am I correct that I just called you and told you and invited you to a conference call, and now that I'm calling you is unexpected? Correct about that?
Yeah, you're correct on that.
Okay. Just to let y'all know, you two, he's listening to this, though.
Okay. Now all the introductions are done. Rue, how long have you been practicing, or what exactly do you follow? If you don't mind me asking.
As far as following, I follow my own path. My family is spiritual. They're Guatemalan.
Okay.
We're from a Central American culture
Really?
known as Garifuna. So we are native blacks of the Central America. So some people in the community practice Obea. Some people in the community do practice voodoo, and some people practice other Caribbean crafts such as Palo Mayombe, La 21 División, and Santeria, and of course Ifa. So it's a very open terrain for the esoteric world, since the African cultures in the Central America is pretty open. My family also is from a place there called La Buga, which is considered the mouth of Central America. So it's a main entrance to a lot of the Caribbean cultures that crafts there, and crafts and magical workings. Aside from the mixture with the natives of the land, who are Mayan or considered mestizos,
Okay.
who are a mixture of Mayan and white and Anglo-Saxon.
Okay. Let me
So
say.
I'm coming from a very mixed community there. So please feel open to ask whatever you want to ask.
Let me say first of all, shout out to our very first conference caller from outside the United States. Big up to you. Shout out to your entire family and your entire heritage. Like that's like amazing. Like you throughout cultures and stuff.
Yeah,
throughout.
when I say mixed, I am mixed. So
That's fine with me. Like I don't give a shit. Like I almost wanted to meet you in person just to give you a hug. Like, oh my God, he was that brave and he named all his background and stuff. Like, wow, like you really did come from a very diverse place, and that's awesome. I mean, so many people that are mixed, they don't really give that love to
Phil,
their other parts. You know what I'm saying? Like they
And
don't.
that's a part of being real with it, I feel like. That's a part of being real with it, is knowing where you come from, knowing what you're doing, knowing what you're part of. The blood and knowing the history, the information, and that's what people need to come out on YouTube and actually be real and stop coming out faking and looking at your notes, your scripts.
You know what? Morgan Fry, I gotta agree on that because a lot of even the YouTube, even like a lot of the veterans, so to speak, even if they are mixed or they do come from different spiritual cultures, let alone bloodline cultures, they never mention that, but you can clearly see it when you look at them. And you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be flamboyant about this stuff, but I mean, I give him props just for being that brave. Like he named cultures that I haven't even heard of, but he named some that I did. But as far as like the spiritual technical names, like he took it back to the native language, and I'm shocked right now. Like I'm gonna let
So
you.
you know how real this is. Let you know that these conference calls are real. There's people out here that are willing to network with you from all different all different walks of life, and to come out here and let you know that we're not working, communicate with each other. There's no reason to walk around in the fear.
I would like to say I thank you very much for opening that segue, that door, because it's nice to hear a little bit from the rest of the esoteric community, metaphysical community, and people who know or may be aware of what I speak of or of my culture. And the cultures from the land where I come from are so diverse and are at least familiar with some of that, and it's appreciated. And I actually open and embrace all those who understand or love the culture and can actually entune themselves within those teachings that come from our culture. And I say our culture because it's part of your culture, it's part of Mysticalcarter's culture as well. And those that understand it and appreciate it, it's a wonderful thing.
So let's know that all of you Guatemalans out there, y'all from this culture too. So don't be out there trying to act like y'all ain't know what he talking about.
That's right.
People, yes. Being represented right now.
All of your Hispanics that be all out there in the Central American, Latin American, y'all all a part of the same bloodline.
That's right.
Don't try to fool with it.
Talking about you just woke up Catholic one day out the blue. I don't want to hear that mess no more.
Exactly.
No more. Thank you, Rue, for that.
Now, what is like a 2012 in your life, Ruru? How is this economy? Can you repeat it? Because I might be breaking up, Mr. Carter.
Yeah, just repeat it one more time for me.
What is the impact of 2012 on your life from the economy, from the politics, from study, and from prophetic ideas from before? Because we all felt this coming. Okay.
Here's a little eye-opener and spiritual eye-opener for a lot of people out there.
Oh, let's get it.
And it's based upon a very ancient philosophy that is quote-unquote called the Mayan people. When they did do their writings, they went as far as letting us know that this far, even though the world is not going to end, but within the misinterpretation that some people took that to, if you look at the actual, I can't say literature because it's not literature, but the writings, the scriptures that's left behind, this is October 1st.
The ones that didn't get burned.
This actually started like a couple days ago. A couple days ago, we started the Mayan transition. So with this past full moon and the way it's going now, we are transitioning on a very high vibrational plane. That's what's being indicated in the writings. It's a transition, the death card. It's a change. A lot of energies are being polarized to different places. Everything's being transformed to different energy levels, higher frequencies. So people need that hear this will need to be ready for this transition. And it cannot. And how does this affect us in our economy, in our health, and everything else that is to come? It's in my economy and everybody else's economy. It's hurting us.
Right.
We're weak. Everybody's tired from.
Do you feel like that is hurting us because we didn't prepare ourselves before?
Spiritually.
No, we're at this level now. We're at this level now, and it's just because we're lazy. Some of us are lazy, like to an extreme,
and we're not awakened
and we're not fully awakened, right? So some of us that are lazy, we just need to perk up, wake up, and put everything in motion. And
hallelujah!
This is what this is about. It's because it's so high vibrational.
Right.
If you're not feeling the planes moving or shaking, you will, because a lot of my people out there that might hear me that either like to enjoy life via the consumption of drugs or via the consumption of liquor, all these things that are addictive actually numbing our senses.
Yes.
And based on that, we need to stop for a minute and observe this moment.
Exactly.
Or else you are going to miss out on a very big change.
Let me
Yes.
So
can I slide in for a second?
that's a little FYI. Sorry.
No, you're okay. You're great. You're great. I want you to keep going. I just want to slide in for a second because you weren't here for the conversation that I had with the Morgan Fire when I told him I went to my first Reiki live spiritual healing session, and that's something that a lot of the elders there said was because I smoke cigars. If you rewatch this video, you're gonna see me smoking a cigar and even taking a drink of a beer. And that's one thing that they pointed out to me. They were like, "You've been ready to get back into your spirituality, but just know, as far as feeling the energy the way you used to, that numbs it." And you hit it right on the head. And I even had to give a thumbs up to the camera, and I'm gonna do it again because you hit it right on the head. It will numb you to the feeling if you're used to. Because like when I first got into the feelings of witchcraft and Wicca and trying to do the natural witch thing, I was very young, and I didn't understand it, and there was nobody around me to teach it to me because.
Well, thank God for YouTube, right? That's all I can say. Thank God for YouTube.
Because unfortunately,
if you have a question, just look you up.
Because unfortunately,
look up the Morgan Fire first of all.
Hold on, this dude.
Well, no. I'm saying in general, just look up whatever question you have, period, because you can just definitely, look up anything basically nowadays. Even Google it.
I mean, right.
Some search engine and find an answer.
That's right. Because when I started out, I didn't know the Morgan Fire that far back. I didn't know Tiptoe Shake or even heard of a Chop and Fix the Floor, none of them. And it was a feeling within, and it was a few lucid dreams that showed me everywhere that I would end up now. But and the way I always saw the Morgan Fire, it's like my spiritual guides, they touched down, they made contact, they showed me the midway result without showing me how to get to the result to spark that fire. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
And see, they showed me the midway result, leaving me to go off the experiences that I had, not knowing nothing from nothing. Which is why I get on a lot of the youngsters, not to single them out for being young, and I don't call them fluffy bunnies like the rest of some of the elders do. I don't do that dumb shit. Like, I mean, everybody came from a spark somewhere, and it might have been Charmed, it might have been Hocus Pocus, it might have, I'm throwing way back references. I mean, it might have been what's the other, Practical Magic,
some kind of inspirational movie as far as back as Mary Poppins.
Oh yeah, you could take it way back there. You could take it way back. You really went back. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You could throw in the old Bewitched.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Some kind of
right, some type of something we seen on TV. But
you needed a flint.
That's right. That's all.
That's that fire. Everybody needed that flint. From way back to now, we needed that flint.
For those of us that was chosen for this and was born for this, especially to be leaders and to help with the revolution of bringing our culture back into the forefront, because in certain cultures and certain diversities, it survived within a few number of ways. Like the Native Americans over here, they just call it Native American spirituality. They don't break it down that far. You know what I'm saying? With the quote unquote black people, they break it down with Santeria and the cultures that Rue named, and even voodoo and Caribbean. I mean, like they'll throw like Caribbean voodoo on it. They'll throw like African voodoo on it. You know what I'm saying? American hoodoo. They throw so many of these titles on, not knowing that if you actually took the time to look into it, it's a lot of the same things. Some of the names changed. The basic practice is even the same, but what really gets me is that even your Catholics are still doing half of the same ritual, because in the opening of your ceremony, I still see the censer swinging, cleansing and purifying the space. Oh yeah,
Bells ringing.
I still hear the bells ringing in the background. I hear the bells ringing, just calling you to church in the beginning, breaking your ass up. Like, I mean, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I see a lot of similarities, and a lot of people they thought I was crazy. Like when I would notice these things, and I would ask questions, and I get shut down. But I'm not gonna get into that. That's gonna be a whole different video, and I hope Rue come back for that video too. Even if it's not tonight, I hope he's still willing to come back for a more in-depth discussion. And matter of fact, I'm gonna name that video right now. That video is gonna be where did we come from? Um, and I'm just gonna leave that there, and I'm gonna get back to the topic. Um, oh man.
Check out Miss Carter.
Matter of fact, huh? Check what?
Check how long this video is.
20 minutes.
Okay. Can you make 45-minute videos or what?
I'm not sure. I mean, it won't take nothing to upload this while we're doing another one. I mean, we did this one the first go round, so if you want to keep it going, we can keep it going until it cuts off, and I'll let you know.
Well, just so y'all know, I'm at 0 power with my phone, so I may just cut out somewhere down the line. I don't know how far I'll make it, so I'm just saying.
I think it's just the spirits running our phone. We just get on too high of a vibration, and with all of this changing going on.
Information. Yep, it's a lot of information.
Oh
A
yeah.
lot of high energy.
That's right. And just what Rue was saying. And I told you about my Rike experiences. I don't think a lot of people realize that it will be more spiritual than physical in the beginning, because those chosen ones would feel it spiritually before they felt it physically. Like, what's that? Real?
I'm here.
Morgan Fire.
I'm still here, but I'm acting.
Did you put me in your pocket? You going back in the house?
No.
I think he's going in his car. That's where
I'm still in my...
he's in his car.
Okay.
I can see you. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. No, that's perfectly fine. I mean, if you're that far advanced, please, by all means, we can get into that too. Like, I'm not being shy about mine. You don't have to be shy about yours. That's the conference call. Like, you don't have to go into really specifics. Like, if you don't want to give your own personal practice and lay out a way.
Hold up.
But you can touch on certain things like telepathy and telekinesis, because a lot of people, they think that that's only Hollywood, and I know from experience that that's not true.
Well, I'm going to let you know this. We know that all of these people in this Follow My Arm, be Santeria, all these other traditions, they be doing some hell of a shit. And they be working some magic that I ain't never seen before. I never even felt that type of energy before. I've been around these Mexicans all of my life, and a lot of the Hispanic culture and Central American cultures, and they do work energies in so many different ways, and we all work energy in so many different ways, but it's the way we personalized it with the culture. That's the only... We actually personalized that. And it was a way to keep it alive, and hoodoo was just kept alive because we just disguised it with baptism, and a lot of they disguise it with the saints, and voodoo was disguised certain saints and actually synchronized a certain way to be able to keep it.
Right.
Right now it's 2012. We don't have to do that no more. The check coming. People are going to be awakened, or they're going to be left behind. One or the other. We're going to have those who have reached their potential to the higher vibration, and there's going to be people that are left on this lower vibrational plane. And that's okay, because as it transitions, we're going to polarize to either right or wrong. I'm just using the words that Ruru said. Are you still here?
Still with you.
I'm still with you.
Okay. Am I breaking up?
Not really.
Okay. But
I'm glad you...
I do feel like, And what Ruru said was right on the nail. I really was feeling like the spirit was moving through me as he was saying it. It was like a confirmation of all of what we were talking about 2012 and change and all this for Poison Ivy.
That's right.
Also in Chicago. And she, about the other something he has and all that, she didn't ever break it down as much as Ruru did.
Right.
Ruru broke it down. And that's good, because that's what we're here for, to break it down and be real with it.
I mean,
like the needle on the haystack, but actually we found it.
That's right, because I had a few people that were scared to do the conference call. They was like, because y'all come across so knowledgeable and
It's
so
called
far
intimidation.
advanced. Yeah.
When you become part of a organized religion, which I'll be the first to admit I'm horrible at, you're looking into people that follow something and do things with things. They're not on a high vibrational path. They're not on a mental status. You're talking to people that are following someone else who then in turn, sometimes in misfortune, depending who they're following, is abusive in their spiritual lifestyle.
Right.
Give the person the Asan or the Godchild or whoever it is, Impandi or the Dadi or whatever the case may
and
be.
And you already know that, like, when we get to talking about this,
respect
to the people of those communities, they actually want that you cannot be talking about this. This is so secret. This is that. This is that, which is really not secret at all.
There are some passages that I would say, it's too personal for each individual to just put out there on video or YouTube. I've seen some pretty raw things being put on YouTube about people's spiritual paths, which I do not agree on. And when it comes down to it, the best or the most acceptable social environment that I can say would be hoodoo, because it's open. It's almost like, but not like, a Kabbalah. There's a balancing to a certain level. There's a working within all the saints and all the spirits, and there's a level of how you connect to each and every one of them. And maybe that's a little too advanced for some people out there to understand, but in the all, that's what it comes to. Connecting to your spirits, being one, and disguising things so that it can fit the norm of society. That's what it.
Half of our traditions and everything from each one of us, really, we had to blend in. We had to do, either blend in or disguise it a certain way. We actually did it. We actually did it. As disguising it, we actually had to create our own eclectic tradition.
Right.
And I feel like that kind of throws a lot of the so-called traditional people right off their toes. They're like, nope, and they try to criticize and, discourage you from doing it that way. We do it because it's the way we know how to. That's all.
How to connect to spirit.
Exactly. Your way might not be my way, and their way might not be their way. So we're going to have to find a way to connect to our spirits, our entities, our deities, our gods and goddesses, and people that are on this higher vibrational plane our own way. Some people do it through their eyes, some people do it through their feelings.
They just go to that comfort zone. And it's okay, but as long as people are not abused, it's kind of hard for the person that's coming with a problem to another person,
right, and
opening up, and then it's a problem when the person feels taken advantage of. And I'm sorry if I'm veering off in the conversation, but
no, go ahead.
It's important that people understand, that hear this. If you feel abused, if you feel intimidated, if you feel extortioned, don't be. Just put the person aside, because they are no stronger with you. I mean, you're just part of the element of what they have going on in this realm of abuse. the circle of abuse has to get cut off. Some of them are done.
I'll try in my pocket 1 second. Are you starting a new video?
The video is actually still going at 30 minutes.
Okay, stop it. So
Stop it
on upload.
and upload. Okay.